I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya.
One of the deadliest shootings in FBI history took place yesterday in Sunrise, Florida, as 2 FBI agents were killed and 3 others wounded in a shootout as they tried to serve a search warrant for a violent crimes against children case. The FBI special agents killed were Daniel Alfin and Laura Schwarzenberger. The suspected gunman committed suicide. While this story made national news yesterday, it hits close to home here in Flagler County, as one of the FBI special agents killed in the line of duty, Daniel Alfin, is the son of local community leader David Alfin. Daniel Alfin had been an FBI special agent since 2009, where he had handled major cases of violent crimes against children. He was involved in a high-profile case in 2015 that led to the arrest of a man in Naples, Florida, who the FBI believed was running the world's largest child pornography website. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley said the entire community is devastated by the loss of Daniel Alfin. Alfin was 36 and is survived by his wife and a child. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Rich Carroll.
We need our water access. Don't take that away from us.
And Hammock residents aren't declaring victory after the Flagler County Commission voted 4-1 against plans to give away a boat ramp that residents say is their direct access to the Intracoastal Waterway.
Motion is to deny the resolution of vacation of this western terminus of Pamela Parkway. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any
Aye.
opposed? Commissioner Mullen is opposed, so we have that motion passes 4-1.
Among those upset by the idea, Carl Grinstead, whose wife Krista started an online petition to raise awareness and opposition to the plan.
And the fact that maybe it's not being used so much as there's a pile of sandbags there. And it's also wintertime. The water's a little chilly. If you look up and down the Intercoastal, there ain't a whole lot of boats. You go down to Bing's Landing, it's pretty wide open right now. You go into summertime, you got to park along A1A. It's a joke. Who wants to take all their stuff down to Bing's Landing? We're talking kayaks and mess around with the big boats down there. That's ridiculous.
Commissioner Dave Sullivan called on the county to construct a seawall along that part of Pamela Parkway to stop flooding there rather than vacate the land to 2 neighbors.
I don't think it's beyond the capability of our engineering department to design a seawall that has a drain through it and a proper drain up on land that can take the water from the street through the seawall. And if the Intracoastal gets too high, you have a way of blocking it from coming back in. I don't think these are insurmountable problems. I think they can be easily handled.
Commissioner Andy Dance called for a more thoughtful approach.
Pursue a community meeting, pursue trying to get some studies in conjunction with FIND, split the cost of some of that analysis, and then spend a year on a design process. It doesn't have to be a community-wide boat ramp with parking. It's an access point. I think the neighborhood needs to come up with a solution as to what they want to see there instead of the commissioners trying to come up with what they want to see there.
Plus, the county owns a dozen other boat ramps, so changing approach here could set a precedent. A home on stilts burns in Hammock Dunes. Flagler County Fire Rescue, Palm Coast, and Flagler Beach firefighters arrived at the scene Tuesday to find flames shooting from the top balcony of the home. Fanned by high winds, the fire destroyed the home. Occupants, including a family pet, all made it out safely before firefighters got there. No one was hurt. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. A neonatal center will not be included in a new medical center coming to Flagler County. John Arking has the details.
It was announced last month that Advent Health would be building a 100-bed hospital in Palm Coast, with construction getting underway in September on the $100 million project, which will be located on Palm Coast Parkway near Bridgehaven Drive. However, as Advent Health Palm Coast Chief Operating Officer Wally DeCino told WNZF's Toby Tobin, the demographics of the county simply will not support a neonatal center.
We have a higher population of 65 and older, which is great for our community. It works, but it doesn't work if you're looking for a birth center, right? Not only that, if you're going to look at demographics and you're going to look at, what are the age range that usually young couples are having babies, it's not that we have a large number of kids in their 20s, young adults in their 20s or early 30s. And the comment that we get is that, no, we have a lot of people moving from up north. But if they're moving here with kids already, that's not going to change anything. So it's really couples that are planning to have kids. So when we look at the numbers, we're averaging about 800 deliveries per year. If we look at that, and we say, okay, let's assume that we get 55% of the market. But even if we did a little higher, right, even if we turn around and say, yeah, 75% of all the births would stay here if we had it, which is not realistic, even if we did that, that's still less than 2 births per day.
And D'Aquino says that would not be financially feasible for them. Tobin's the editor of GoToby.com and host of Real Estate Matters, which airs every Saturday morning at 11 and Sunday morning at 9 right here on WNZF. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Argale.
A man is behind bars at the Flagler County Jail after deputies say he lied to them. Karen Johnson reports.
35-year-old Ariel Diaz first contacted the Flagler County Sheriff's Office and reported that his vehicle had been shot 3 times while it was parked in the driveway of his residence at 4 Eastern Place in Palm Coast the beginning of December. Then Diaz told deputies the suspect was likely his current girlfriend's jealous ex-boyfriend who lives in Miami. It didn't stop there. The next day, Diaz contacted deputies and lied about another incident. Sheriff Rick Staley says this time Diaz said he heard noises in his backyard and observed a shadowy figure in the wood line of his property. Diaz stated the unknown person then fired a single gunshot at him and fled the area. Sheriff Staley says deputies searched and declared that call led to nothing. Through the investigations, FCSO major case detectives were able to determine that the text messages Diaz claimed to receive were actually sent by Diaz himself by using a mobile application on his smartphone. The discovery led to Diaz's arrest.
He made all these stories up, tied up a lot of sheriff's resources, and he was now taken to the Green Roof Inn where he can think about his activities while sitting in a jail cell.
Sheriff Staley says Diaz's antics endangered deputies and the public. The total cost of this investigation was estimated to be over $1,100. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.